So I think the industrialization of food caused a loss of flavor, and it made food unhealthier, and sustainability is important, because we only have one Earth, and there's only so much space. But I think corporations, because they're trying to turn a profit, and they're trying to, well, they're not trying, they've been quite effective in telling people what to consume and making it about convenience and things like that. So I think that probably from the late 50s on, the fast food industry started to ruin, and eventually, in my opinion, ruined the meat industry. It ruined a lot of agriculture, and it just, I think people lost sight, corporations, because again, because they're going for the profit, they lose sight of sustainability, of the way things are supposed to work. And it's not always a bad thing, but if natural forces were at work, El Paso would never be this big, because the agricultural center that it used to be back in the 1800s, into the turn of that century, that was able to support the community, and that's really what it was. I mean, you grew what you needed for your community, and somehow it just became more, and then other forces acted on, it wasn't just food, obviously, but somewhere the disconnect happened, and now it's important to kind of get awareness out there, so that people understand that it's not just about it's not about eating, it's about knowing what you're eating, where it's coming from, and a lot of people don't know where it's coming from, and we've had very interesting conversations about sustainability, and vegetarians and vegans get into the conversation, and they have their points of view, and so it's an interesting place right now, I think, for when it comes to food. It's not easy, it's not easy to be a farmer, it's not easy to be a rancher. It takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of people, and it's a process that I don't think most people appreciate, because they now just go to the supermarkets and pick up packages and go home, and they do that. But I think people should be more aware of where their food is coming from, and be more respectful of it, because it's what nourishes you. Food is the medicine that keeps you healthy. Our ancestors ate healthier than we do today, even though we have more income, we have more things to do, but we have horrible diets, and I think people need to understand where their food is coming from, and I think that's important. I've been saying this. I sort of came to this realization before the cosecha, for example, we slaughtered a lamb, and Mateo had hunted, but he had never slaughtered something so close range, you know. And so it's an intimate thing, and it's an emotional thing. You're taking a life, and I told him, I said, you know, after all was said and done, and a few days later, I said, I think everybody needs to see this, you know, because obviously we did it in a very respectful way, and you honor the animal that you take by not wasting it. So we used everything, you know. I let him keep the hide, and he's tanning it. He's gonna make a rug for his daughter, you know. But we ate the offal. We cooked everything. We still have some of it frozen. You know, we're gonna end up eating it. We just haven't come around to it. But that's how you respect the animal. You know, it gives its life, its energy, and you know, for your life, you know, and so it's a great sacrifice that they make. So you have to treat it with respect. But I think if everybody saw that process, I think we'd have a lot more vegetarians. And if we have more vegetarians, then the meat industry wouldn't be. The meat industry would become more sustainable than it is right now. Because right now, people are eating meat, and they don't even know what it takes to get it to the table, you know, or to the plate, or, you know. But if they did, they might say, well, no, maybe not. And if that consumption would drop, then the beef that is left can be grown, you know, without hormones, without, you know, having to, you know, do steroids and do, all the stuff that they do. Again, industrialized food, no good, you know, and I think if people saw that and experienced that, and if they said, well, I'm still going to eat it because it's delicious, then more power to you. And if you say, you know what, that was heartbreaking, I'm not going to eat meat anymore, well, then good for you too, you know. But you need to, but I think once you see it and you make the decision based on that, then you have more respect for it. Not only for the food, but also for the people that, you know, gather that food for you. And that's really what it's about.